Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mark Isaac Potter Presents. We're visiting today with Ann Paydock, who is really quite wonderful human being. I was jokingly telling her before the show that she used to be an astronaut, which may or may not be true. I don't know. Anyway, she works out of Strongsville, Ohio as a realtor. She's going to be telling us about her business and about herself today. And tell us a little bit about yourself as a person. Where did you grow up? What kind of education did you have? And the other thing is what brought you to the real estate business? Those three
Well,
things.
yeah. A little bit. I grew up in Parma, Ohio, which is not far from Strongsville. Then I moved to Strongsville in 2000. In between, we lived in Lakewood. And then my education, I went to Baldwin Wallace University for college.
What
And
university is that?
Baldwin Wallace University.
Okay.
They're mostly known for music. It's a big music school. It's one of the top music schools in the country.
Okay.
But I went there for marketing, and then coincidentally, my daughter ended up going there to be in the conservatory for music. She is a singer,
Oh,
classically trained. Yeah.
well,
So that was
that's
kind of
cool. Gee whiz.
yeah. And what brought me into the industry? I think I always had a passion for it, believe it or not. In 2000, we moved to Strongsville, and I coincidentally bought my house at the office I work at now. My agent worked here, and I came into the office and I was like, wow, I feel really comfortable here. I feel like
Oh,
I could work here someday.
oh,
Coincidentally, yeah, 16 years later, I went to Hondros College, got my license, and her and I had stayed friends. So she brought me into the office and introduced me to the manager and mentored me actually, which was very cool. And we're still friends today. And
that's so beautiful. That is
yeah,
so
that's what brought me into being a realtor.
that is gorgeous. That's
Yeah,
wonderful. So that's
yeah.
how you got started. Now, what is there something else that brought you into the business, or was that really how it unfolded?
No, that was it. That was it. Believe it or not.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So how does your real estate business run day to day? What would you say your day-to-day
Day
activity is like?
day to day, if you've anyone who knows a real estate agent knows everything differs day to day. However, there's several things I try to do every day. One of them is look at the MLS. Start with in the morning, looking at the
Right,
MLS to see what's sold, what's under contract,
right,
what's back on the market. Have the prices gone up? Have they gone down? It tells us a lot about where the market is going, and we have
right.
to be familiar with the areas. I also reach out to 5 clients every day that I've probably worked with in the past just to keep in contact with
All
them.
right.
So that's a
Good.
goal of mine.
Yeah.
Do prospecting every day, marketing every day, and just making yourself available for clients every day.
Okay. Um, tell us one or two of your best stories about your real estate business, things that have been wonderful or terrible or something phantasmagorical that's happened during your years of being a real estate agent.
Yeah. So I'd say 2 things that stand out to me. One deal, a lady moved here from Florida. She had lost her husband and she was searching for a new home. She came in with cash. She had cash. Her and her son and her daughter-in-law, we searched for 2 weeks for her for a home. And in the first week, I told her, contact your bank, let them know that you're going to be making this purchase because you're going to have to wire the money. And this particular bank in Florida, they have branches throughout. They don't have any in Ohio. They said they would not transfer her money. They would not transfer her money unless she was there in person. And she explained to them that she already came to Ohio. She couldn't be there in person.
Oh
And they
boy.
said, okay, we'll work on it. We'll work on it. And then the next week, they told her that they really couldn't do it, that she had to be there in person. So I was talking to her son. I said, so what's the plan? What are we going to do? What are options here?
Yeah.
And he said, well, there's a branch in West Virginia where she can go sign. I said, we're taking her there tomorrow? Because this was 3 days before close. And he said,
Dear
no, I have
God.
to work. I said, is your wife taking her tomorrow? He said, nope, my wife has to work too. I said, so I'm taking her there tomorrow. And
Oh my
he said,
God.
yeah. He said, you are, because, and funny thing is, I had a 2 o'clock appointment the next day and my morning was free. So I said, have her ready at 9 o'clock. I went and picked her up. I drove to West Virginia. It was about 2.5 hours. She signed the paperwork. We got lunch and we drove back home. I mean,
Oh my God. Oh geez.
I tell people that's going the extra mile.
Yeah, the extra, lots of miles.
Yeah, lots of miles, but it was a nice, pleasant trip. We got to know each other even better. And then the second
Yeah.
one I'd say was, I put a house on the market. It was probably $900,000. It was a high-end home for the area.
Right.
And, we had showing scheduled for Saturday. The family left Friday night. We had some open times Friday, but nobody scheduled late Friday. So we had everything on Saturday. And somebody called me and said, we have an offer for you. And I said, you do? And they said, yeah, we have an offer for you. I said, your
Wow.
clients don't want to see the house? No, they're in Michigan. They're going to be in 2 weeks for inspection. You know, they'll look at it then. And we got under contract. It was a fabulous offer and we went 60,000 over asking, and they signed without
Geez.
ever seeing the house. Nobody had saw the
Wow.
house and we sold it. So
That's
that was it.
unusual.
I said,
Wow.
I wish I could
Wow.
work in that market all the time.
Oh my God.
That would
Oh,
be great.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So
But,
what makes your real estate services special or different compared to other realtors? How would you see that?
you know, there are a lot of realtors in the area. It's very competitive and very, it can be very challenging at times. But for me, I try to offer a step up more personal service. Like believe it or not, I will be in people's houses, helping them clear it out, helping them paint, helping them pack things up and staging it, you know, before it hits market. But I make sure everything, I don't just take pictures and put it on the market. I make sure everything is the best it possibly can be in that house before I take a picture with my photographer, so that they're going to get the most for their money. So I'd say it's you know, and then driving to West Virginia to get a sale sign. You know, going the extra mile might be what I do a little differently than other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
that does
But it's not
make
been,
go ahead.
it's not been all a bed of roses. I mean, it was challenging the first year. I had 2 girls in college when I jumped in full time into real estate, and we struggled that first year. But I was at the office nonstop, following all the top agents around, studying, learning, trying to figure out how do you do this business. And in my 3rd year, in 2019, in my 3rd year, I was the top individual producer out of 85 agents in my office. So
Wow.
hard work does pay off.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Hard work does pay off.
Very beautiful. Very nice.
Yeah,
I have a question that's not on our list, and I don't put it on the list because not everybody wants to comment, but do you have any comments, or you do not, about the new changes coming up in July?
Yeah.
Say anything about
I think
that or not?
Yeah, I think my comment is that a lot of it's been misrepresented on the news. And the 2 changes currently, because it's not settled yet, are that the commission cannot be posted anywhere on the MLS, and that we have to have a buyer's agreement to work with a buyer, just like we have a listing agreement to work with a seller. So those are the 2 changes. There's nothing else that's written in that is going to change. And I know in a lot of areas, people already use buyer agreements. So the commission thing is interesting. I mean, I don't know what the whole game plan is there. We have to know what we're working for. Nobody wants to go to work every day and you open your envelope and it says, how much are you getting paid today? $0? Oh,
Yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
you need to know, we're going to need to know one way or another. So I don't know how they're going to work that out, but they're still working on it currently. And, our company, Howard Hanna, they're going to implement it in June, even if it gets delayed, to have a buyer's agreement to work with buyers so that we get
Okay,
used. And I think, we have a lot of guidance here at our company. It's not a company that just takes you in and drops you. They do a lot of training and a lot of, we have meetings every week, so there's a lot of guidance here. So I think that we'll get through it just fine.
okay. Now I've heard other realtors say that the segment this is going to affect the most are first-time home buyers.
Absolutely.
Can you reassure us that can you or can you not reassure us that it's not going to become more difficult for those first-time home buyers?
I cannot.
Yeah,
I don't believe that the people who, unfortunately, the people who are making decisions about this don't work in this industry every day. The DOJ and whoever else is making these decisions, they don't work in our
yeah,
industry. Of
right.
course, the Realtor Association is fighting because they understand the business. But first-time homebuyers have, they have a lot of college debt. They have high interest rates. They have high house pricing. For them to come by and, perhaps have to carry the burden of paying a commission, it shouldn't be put on them. But hopefully sellers will understand that they are making a lot of money selling their house right now, and that they will continue to offer commissions to the buyer's agents so that
Okay,
doesn't happen.
okay, good.
That's
All
all we
right.
have
So
to do is continue the way
one
we
way to
are.
solve it. Yeah.
Yeah, we continue the way we are just fine. So
Okay, good, good, good. I want to reassure, I worry about those first-time buyers and I want to reassure
I worry about all buyers. All buyers are,
them.
and they should
Except
be
for the
treated
person who
fairly.
can spend $900,000 on a house or
Yeah,
960,000. Yeah.
yeah. But even
Um,
they have 5 children, so they have
yeah,
children they have to worry about too. So
yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
okay, what are the first steps that a person would take to be in touch with you if they want to buy or sell a house? What do you prefer? You prefer text? You prefer phone call, email, visit your website? What do you like them to do?
You know, any form of communication is fine with me. I always have my phone near me, and but I do get a lot of requests through email and through my website. So there's a form on there that they can fill out, and it tells me what they're looking for. So it's a little more, but if somebody calls me, of course, I'm going to call them back, and text, email, everything's fine.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Marc
Mhm.
Isaac Potter Presents.
Yeah.
We've been visiting today with Ann Paydock, who is an exceptional human being, and she knows I'm from Florida, from Ohio, so Vermillion, Ohio, and I don't know that I've been to Strongsville, but I've certainly heard of it. And she works out of Strongsville, Ohio. Um, thank you so much, Ann, for being here today. I enjoy hanging out with you. You're 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 obviously doing some very special things for your clients that frankly some other realtors don't do. So, and ladies and gentlemen, her contact information is going to be on the screen through the entire show. So thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Mark. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Very welcome.